Any thoughts on KVSB? That's Colsa Ventures SPAC fourth quarter. In fourth quarter, it becomes Nextdoor. We talked about Nextdoor last week, didn't we?
Maybe. I can't remember.
That was one of the SPACs on the radar.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
The social network that Sarah Fryer is the CEO of.
Yep, that's right.
Sub $5 billion market cap. As a user, I can see how they can monetize from the app, and the SPAC seems like an easy way to get in early for a company with similar ARPU, that's average revenue per user, to Pinterest with huge potential. So, as we kind of discussed last week on the show, I have two different thoughts on Nextdoor. One, it could be the next Pinterest, which would be huge. As you mentioned, sub $5 billion market cap. That could be a 10-bagger easily if it is the next Pinterest. On the other, I have trouble kind of deciding how engaged their users are and what the potential is. Remember, we got and Jason, this is probably what you remember about Nextdoor last week. We got a ton of comments on all Nextdoor is a bunch of neighbors complaining about each other.
Basically.
You remember that all that
I
feedback we were getting?
I do.
And how people use it to complain about their neighbors and post lost pets.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of a toss-up as to which side wins, because I don't know how you monetize people who are just on there to complain about their neighbors.
Yeah.
If people are actually on there to like have neighborhood discussions and plan events and things like that, great. You'll be able to monetize that all day long.
Yeah.
But if it's people that are on there and I mean, on the plus side, I love Sarah Fryer. I would invest in anything she's involved in for the most part. I mean, I think she is more of a reason that Square went from a niche credit card processor to where it is today than Jack Dorsey is. I think she was an absolute rock star CFO at Square.
I agree.
So I have a tough time dismissing it. But at the same time, I would have to see like how are they planning to monetize the users better. I want to see the how.
That's I mean, you're right, because it's not. I mean, advertising to me is just such a. I mean, particularly when it comes to these social networks, like it's just advertising is just. I don't know. It's just not. It's not doing it for me anymore, and it does feel like you need to have some type of a reliable subscription or service type revenue. You know, so I mean, if you're charging like an HOA X number of dollars a year to be able to use your platform, you know, then then like your HOA, you get a free, network that lets your neighborhood communicate, and you use tools within that network. And I don't know. I think you're right. I mean, I want to see more of how they plan on actually growing meaningful and sustainable revenue.